Hello, Gemini. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the support of Oracle cards, I'm going to use the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Cards are already shuffled. Relationship first, single second, and Oracle cards come out as necessary. I'm getting like the number 4 repeating for some reason, which is strange because it's like 6 and 6. So I don't know why the number 4 keeps repeating. But in case that makes sense to you, like I feel like they're really pushing that number 4, so it has to be hitting for something. I feel like it's more connected to this reading than I'm realizing just now. I don't think it's just personal to some person, so we'll find out soon enough. Not that it can't be. Alright, so, Gemini. You seem to be going along the same old way. Things seem to be the same. Now, I feel like you're used to this. I'm getting like a rut feel. Same old rut. Now, what? Same old rut is going into this other. Is going into the tower. Is it by your making? No. It is not. It's not by your partner's making either. But this same old rut that you're used to is about to hit a shake-up, and it's from an outside source. Now, I'm getting... It definitely hits you first, whatever's going on. Because I feel like this is the progression. Your partner's also used to the same pattern. I feel like your partner's used to the same pattern, but they're... I'm getting there's some like worry here that they're seeing potentially something's going to happen. I don't know how on board they are with the thought in the sense of like if they're looking like, oh, there's a chance we're going to have an upset here, or if they're just kind of like aware of a possibility, but I feel like they want to hold on to the same old same the way it's been. But they're seeing challenge to it. They're seeing some type of challenge come forward. How serious they're looking at it depends on the situation. But I do see when it happens, like the tower hits on your side first. They go from the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. And they're feeling like the way it is the way it needs to be. And they're digging in deep. Like they're like hunkering down. Like this is not changing. So whether they're viewing it like this is something that's happening, whether they like it or not, they are fighting tooth and nail to keep it where it is, and they're using every ounce of their being to keep it where it is. Not liking this. They're not liking this. They're thinking it's because they're enjoying how it is. Like to them, the way it is right now, it works very well, and they like it. This abundance above this king, that's how they're viewing it. Like there's a lot of value here. They don't want it messed around with. Now, this is on their side too. They're going from that King of Pentacles to the Five of Swords. I feel like they're losing this battle. It's not going the way they want to. They're doing everything they can to keep it the way it is. But I feel like they're fighting and fighting, but I feel like they're losing this battle. But they're still fighting like they can make it, but I feel like they're losing the battle. While they're fighting and losing this battle, whatever this is, because it's coming from the outside, it's hitting you first. You seem to be dealing with it fairly, like it's a shock. You're shocked. You're not expecting this to happen. It throws you up for a minute, but you seem to land on your feet because you got the Six of Wands, which is right in front of the Judgment card. Like you actually, again, it was the same old same. It was a rut, and you were over it. You were ready to move on from it. You really were. So you're surviving through this because I feel like the change is like, I feel like it's kind of like, it's inspiring you to move this into a better place, to change this a little bit. And I feel like you're doing your best to make this work out, but you're also enjoying the change from the monotony. Now, this is very interesting. Because this change, you didn't cause it, but it came to you first, it happened. with the Tower here, I don't feel like there's a choice. I really don't feel like there's a choice at all. But you seem to be rolling with it. You're ready for the change. You're just kind of like going with it. You're okay. Partner is fighting it, trying like hockey sticks, HE double hockey sticks to hold on to. I don't know why I don't like to swear in my videos. I guess it's because it's a thing on YouTube, but you know what I'm saying. Holding on with everything they can. And it's slipping away. And the Knight of Pentacles in their spiritual position is like they really felt it was really good the way it was. That abundance, like they thought it was really good the way it was. And they're really kind of disappointed and afraid where it's going next because it was so stable and good for them the way it was. Now I know all four of these cards are connected, but we're going to deal with that after I've gone through them. You got the Ten of Cups here. You're like you needed a change from this monotony. You did. And you're seeing the hope here. You're seeing this going in a good direction. It is throwing things up in the air, but like you're landing on your feet really well. And I feel like you're the one like helping your partner get through this. You're helping maneuver through this pain. Like they're upset that it changed, and they're really kind of like, I feel like they're kind of pessimistic. Like it was so good now that it's over, and you're kind of like, no, it's going to be good. It's still going to be good. It's just going to be different. It's going to be more exciting. Don't worry, or more something. You're excited about it, and you're like, I feel like you're that pillar of strength for your partner right now, and I feel like you're really doing well with this. It's really feeling good. You're seeing your value here. You're living it in the sense of like you're seeing how strong and how purposeful like how good you are in this relationship. How like it's almost like your turn to take the lead here to help bring your partner forward. I feel like this is really good for you. Really, really good for you. I like this. Now, with that Ten of Cups, the world is coming in. Like it's like you're the I don't want to say translator. You're like the guide. You're clearly going through this change too. Excuse me. You're clearly going through this change too, but it's like you're taking your partner through this mountain pass that neither of you really know very well, but you have like you've been. I don't know. You seem to understand like you have to maneuver this and maneuver that. And you have a good sense of direction. Like all right, I'm on this side of the hill. I need to be on that side of the hill. I'm seeing this way. I'm seeing like 5 different paths. I've talked to people, and I know which one seems to be the best. I know what I need to bring with me to get through it, and I'm going to take my partner and make sure that they are safe and they get through this with me. But I feel like you're the one taking the lead for the most part here. Like your partner's doing their part, but I really feel like you're taking the lead and you're bringing them through this change. It's a whole new phase of life. Like this is not a little change. Now, I do see this card on their side too where they're standing, 5 of Pentacles, but this is one of the times I'm really seeing a positive twist to this. Because if you look at the are they 2 women? I don't know if it's 2 women. I think it's 2 women, quite frankly. Could be a woman and a man, but I think it's 2 women. One is helping the other get through the situation. Because this is usually a card that says, feeling left on the outside, not being included, kind of sad that you're not a part of something. But I'm noticing here, yes, this is on the outside of the door. So like your partner has to walk away from something. They're losing something they don't want to. They're not included in something they want to be continually included with. But you're that person that's kind of helping them move on from it. You're helping them move forward. Instead of leaving them there to just kind of like, wallow in it or being stuck there because nobody can help them, you're helping them and you're bringing them through to the next set of situations or whatever's coming up next. You're bringing them through. He or she. Or in between, non-binary. We can go with that too. It's all good. It's all good. Non-binary too. I feel like this is good. The door is locked. The door is definitely locked, but you're helping them like, hey, yeah, we can't get in here. We can't stay here tonight. We're going to find somewhere else. I'm going to help us find it. I got this taken care of. Just follow me. We're going to do this. Don't worry about it. Let's go. And I feel like you're the one, like, you're that positive role model in this. Like, I wouldn't say this is super easy for you, but because you're taking this on the way you are, it's like you're empowered and you're just like, it's not holding you down in any sense. It may be rough for you too, but you seem to have your power moment here and you're like, my partner needs me, I'm going to do this, and you have it. Because like that mountain pass analogy, like you don't know exactly what's going on, how you're going to get through it. You have some information to get you there. You have an idea about what's on the other side, but you also are in the same boat. It's just you're taking that power position and you're pushing it through. You seem to be excited about the change. Like, you know what? It's a change from the norm. Let's do this. In the near future connects all 4 of these cards. The 2 cards for you, which is the 4 of Cups and the World. The 2 cards for your partner, which is the 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. Your partner has, out of the 6 cards, 4 of the 6 are Pentacles. And the other 2 are like not really liking the change either, just to be fair with you. They're not all excited about it. But the 4 cards we just talked about, this is telling me this is happening a lot faster than you think. Why did I have that upside down? Because I did, didn't I? This is how it came up in the reading. Is this good? Okay. I'm getting like this happens faster than you expect. But I'm getting like from the point where it's happening in the point where like there's no choice. This is moving on. Once you realize, I feel like that's the click here. That's what's clicking it in. Once you realize, you're like, well, the past situation, that's clearly going to be, that's done. If it's not done, it's about to be done. When that happens, it's either 1, done, or 2, it's about to be done. And you know it's not going to go much longer. You're like, you know what, let's just pick it up. And this is like kind of like almost like you like pull this into the future. It's like, you know what, wallowing is not helping you or me. You just take that power position, you move forward. They're also telling me this is happening a lot quicker than you think. Because something comes in and just kind of throws things up. This happens faster than you think. But you do well. Your partner's going to do well too. You're being the rock for them at this point, though, definitely. Now, what helps this situation? I think this is interesting how this is playing out too. You have the 9 of Cups. That's a lot of ideas. That's being very happy. In this deck, that's how I view that one because of the way they have it depicted. It's typically being very happy with what you've gotten, what you've accumulated. But for this situation, I'm really feeling like you have that sense of direction. There's a lot of possibilities you get to play with, but you have that sense of direction and you're pulling it through. Oddly enough, because your partner is having this moment of like, what's the word I want to use here? Like, they're not having their strongest moment. They're like mourning what's lost. And I'm getting that with the 5 of Cups here. They're mourning what's lost. It's actually a good thing because I feel like this is important for you in this relationship. This moment should happen this way because it puts you in a power position, but it emphasizes your importance and it's good for you and your partner. Like, I feel like this is really helping your partner. Like, it's like one of those moments where they're going to look back and be like, you know what? When things get rough, this is one of those moments I can look back on and realize my partner, the Gemini partner of mine, this is their moment. When I have it, when I can't pull it together, they can, and I can depend on them to help, not only help but take the lead when they need to. And like I feel like this is just, I don't know, it could be one of many, one of few, depends on your relationship. But this is definitely one of those moments where they can they have a lot of courage and a lot of faith in you, and like it makes life easier for them. It's building this confidence in the relationship and you. It's building your confidence. You know, it's very good for this relationship. I know it seems rough, but I feel like you're doing really well here. And this is really important for you. I'm getting the Empress with the Hermit here too, by the way. This is how the two of you connect and keep going forward. As this situation keeps going, you got the Hermit. You're still looking for answers, but you got the Empress with him. While you're looking for these answers and moving forward and taking care of things, you're also very secure, very safe. You are keeping control, keeping your eye on what needs to keep an eye on. Like, I feel like the way you're handling this, you got your eye in a lot of different buckets. And you're making sure that none of them overflow, none of them are empty. Like, you're just, whatever they need to be, like, they're keeping where they need to be. And you're emphasizing to your partner, like, I need help with this bucket and that bucket. And they're doing their part, but you're the one, I feel like you're the one in control. This may go on for a little while, but you're in your element. I don't feel like you're overly stressed. And I feel like as this goes forward, it's going to calm down and it's going to go back into a normal pace at some point. I just feel like it may be a while before it actually hits that. but you're going to be fine through this. And your partner is just going to live through your confidence, live through their confidence for you during this time, and it's not bad. This is not bad, because this is not a normal thing for this relationship, is what I'm getting. And when it does, go back into its normal routine, like when it's more stable, it'll hit that moment again. But while it's getting there, I feel like this is really good for this relationship, I have to say. Good? Good. All right, let's go on to Gemini singles. Gemini singles. Messages for Gemini singles. Empowering information that helps them move their lives in the direction they want to move it. Help them see things coming towards them that they need to plan for or that they could optimize to make their lives better and enjoy life more. Stop. You tell me no. Alright, so I pray these cards match up as necessary to help bring more clarity and enlightenment. Flip it, no understand. Alright. Well, we're going to do this one, that last card. Like, I'm curious what we're talking about with that, but as these go, they'll develop the story as it needs to happen. So we'll start here. Page of Swords. I'm getting like you're paying attention. This, I have to say, I've heard in other decks and I've seen in this one where this can be a spying card. I'm not one to reserve myself to think spying is always a bad thing. Sometimes it gives you that little heads up to be ready for something. I'm not getting a malicious feel here. But definitely, you got the Page of Swords and then you got the Page of Wands in your thoughts. These are very good energies to have together, in my opinion, because, especially in this deck, he's typically an active listener. He's listening for things to move on. That's how I look at him. This one's can be more of a defensive card, but very sly and careful and trying to make sure everything's going to work out. More of a defender. So you got the two. You're being very cautious. You're trying to make sure things are going to work out. You're just being very thoughtful, but you're also looking at things like, I want to make a move here. How am I going to do this? I need some extra information. So it's like protecting yourself, but getting ready to move forward at the same time. It's very complex. But there's good reason for this, because you've had things fall apart in the past. You've had some major devastations in the past because you just didn't know what was actually going on. This is why you're in this state. Because you're like, I don't want to just be dormant and just let something pass by or just let something happen because I'm not actively, participating here. I don't want to just become the butt of a joke or the end of a bad day because I could have done something and I didn't. But you're also like, I don't want to be moving too quickly, because if I move too quickly or I make the wrong move, that could also bring disaster. So you're very conscious about this because you're like, you know what? I don't feel like no action is a good idea, but I don't feel like the wrong action is a good idea either. So I've got to be very careful. I got to look at this very, very closely. Now, what? I'm getting like 3 cards very strongly telling me something comes in quickly and unexpectedly. Your overall energy is the Knight of Wands. You got the Wheel of Fortune at the base here. That's what everything seems to be built on. And in the environment, you have the 8 of Wands. I'm getting like speed, quickness, unexpected opportunity. The wheel turns in your favor. The Knight flies in. It's happening really fast, and I feel like that Knight is somebody coming towards you. Now it's funny because I see you're being very perceptive and trying to pay attention. This person coming towards you, you do not expect this. And I feel like it's somebody you're interested in. Somehow you're putting out your feelers. One of them touches this person just right, and they're like, "Ooh, I think you have interest in me, and I'm interested in you." Right towards you, like a beeline. Like once they realize, oh wait, you're interested? Hey, I'm here. Like they're right there, like that quick. It is not expected. I know that might be a little weird or dramatic, but I really feel like they're like, what? Oh, okay. And they just come right to your door. I swear it's that quick. That's the energy I'm getting here. You have this in your past, though. You have this pain in the past. I mean, it may be flattering that it comes forward quick. You do like this person, but you have this pain in the past. You're just like, wait a minute. Like, I feel like it's throwing you off. It's not that you don't like this person, but it moves so fast. You're just like, wait. What did you hear? You're afraid like something's gonna go too fast and you're gonna end up in a bad situation. Just like, wait. What did you hear? Like, what do you think's going on here? I feel like you're just taken back real quick, and you're just like, hold on. Yes, yeah. I mean, I don't even know if you're gonna admit that you like this person right off the bat. But you're just kind of like, what do you hear? What did you hear? 1, 2, what are your intentions? Like 3, what am I supposed to do about it? Like, what's going on here? It gets really complicated. That pain from the past is really weighing heavily here. This is a shock. This is a shock. It's not a bad thing. Nothing's being destroyed. Like, it's not the tower. Nothing's being destroyed. But you're just kind of like, what? Yes, I like you, but what's happening right now? Like, it's really a shock. Because you got the Page of Pentacles going on here. You're looking at it. You like this. You're just like, is this a good idea? That's what I'm getting from him. The other two coming right in after. 4 of Swords, 2 of Swords. A lot of times these are similar to me. One of them feels like they can't move. The other one feels like they shouldn't move. That's kind of the difference between the two for me. So I feel like Geminis, the ones I know, are very intelligent, but they can go a lot of different directions at once, and sometimes they can paralyze themselves overthinking a thing. And I feel like, but you're kind of like in agreement on the sense of like you don't really feel like you should. Either way, I don't like you're kind of like going like you're reserving yourself in this moment. You're just kind of holding back. Part of you feels like you have to, like you don't have a choice. The other part feels like you should, and you're partly like, I'm not even sure what to do either way. I'm just really not sure what to do with this information. I really don't feel like I can move forward, but I'm not really feeling like I should move forward. It's very like, there's very strong reluctance pulled from this past. Like it's coming at you in a few different ways is what I'm getting. So you're feeling like you're forced to be restricted, but you're also feeling like you should be restricted at the same time. That's kind of what I'm getting from these. I'm not going to overthink it. We're going to let that go because I feel like that can become its own trap. So be careful of that because I feel like that really could be an issue. This person though, they're feeling it. That Knight coming in, Knight of Wands, they're feeling it. The question is, what is this going to go towards? Because they're feeling it. They're bringing in the 4 of Wands. Like, they are pushing this. They really do like you. And the fact that they know, as far as they're concerned, they know you like them too. They know you're feeling it. And they're pushing. And the Abundance card is here, right at the bottom. So they're feeling it. You are feeling it. It's not that you're not. It's just that the past is like weighing heavily. Now, I want to know what we're saying with here, because I feel like is this going into a new phase? Yes. Are you fighting it? Yes. Okay. Alright, so I feel like this is why we have these two, because I'm seeing the world, a new phase. I'm getting the no here. This is like that sharp no, like, I feel like you're fighting it. You're nervous. Your nerves are really powerful here. That 10 of Swords is no joke. That's a big thing this time. At this point, it's really a big thing. I almost feel like you're going into the future kicking and screaming, in the sense of like it's moving forward and your emotions are pulling you forward. I almost feel like you're liking this person in spite of yourself, and the momentum, it just seems to have a life of its own. And you might even go into a conversation thinking, I'm going to end this, or I'm not going to go on this date. And then, but by the time you get to the end of the conversation, you're like already realizing you just agreed to where you're going to meet for the date. and you're just like, how is this happening? I do feel like this is good. I do feel like this is good for the majority. I mean, it's a general read, definitely, but this is a whole, like, you seem to be moving forward with this person. This person is really, like, I don't know if they're sweet talking you or if they're just saying the right things, but it's like you go into conversations, you're like, I'm gonna have to end this, and then you end up like, all right, so I'll see you Tuesday. I'll meet you at the theater, and you're just you're either, and like you're walking away or driving home, and you're just like, how did that happen? Like, but I feel like in spite of yourself, you're going forward with this, but it seems like this is ushering into a whole new time for you. This is a whole new relationship. I feel like you're going into a relationship. Reluctantly, but it seems like it's happening anyway. It feels like it's a good thing. It feels like it's a good thing. I really do. I don't feel like it's a bad thing for the majority of you. I mean, it's a general read. You got to think it through, of course. It just seems like it's going forward whether you want it to or not. This person really feeling it all day long, all night long, weeks, months, years. Like they're feeling it. They're like, they're into it. It seems to be going forward. All right, I'm going to end that one there. And, of course, if you'd like if you'd like a reading from me, my email is jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.